Hi, I'm Jack, and I'm here to talk to you guys about the Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift. It is the third installment in the Fast and the Furious franchise, and it is directed by Justin Lin, and it stars Sean Boswell, Bow Wow, Sung Kang, Nathalie Kelley, Brian T, and many more. Tokyo Drift follows Lucas Black as he gets sent to Japan to live with his father after an incident in America. And so he falls for this girl, and eventually it leads to an ugly rivalry between him and her boyfriend. And he has to beat him in a race and stay alive, and he has to build a car and team up with people in order to take him down and win the girl at the end of the day. To kick off the positives, I thought that the car sequences were awesome, without a doubt, because this is the movie that heavily leans on the drag racing, street racing aspect of the series, and that stuff is cool to look at, especially as you see all these designs for the cars that they drive over the course of the film. And even the racing sequences are really well done, especially because it's directed by Justin Lin, who returns for the next movie, Fast 5, Fast and Furious 6, and even the newest installment, F9, The Fast Saga. And so he does a great job with helming car sequence here, but he also does a great job directing the movie. Justin Lin, without a doubt, is the best director we've had in the series by far, and he gives us a wide variety of shooting car sequences, and he does a great job managing all these characters and inserting them in the film, and also just making sure that this movie perfectly captures like the street racing experience in a city like Tokyo. And so that is another positive. Another thing here is Han. He's introduced in this movie, but then he also comes back in later films after this, and so he is easily a great character, and he is easily the highlight character of this movie because Sung Kang delivers a really good performance. I liked his dynamic with Lucas and with the villain and why he's there and all, and he's like a great figure in the movie as he helps Sean learn how to drift in order to take down the villain. Sadly, that's really all the positives I can really list, because to be honest, this is easily my least favorite installment in the series by far. I thought the acting here was kind of weak in this movie. Again, I thought Sung Kang, who played Han, delivered the best performance of the characters. I thought the lead character, I really couldn't connect with any of these characters, and I thought the acting really didn't help much. I don't know. Again, I just thought, and also too, I don't understand what was with the accent said by Lucas Black, the lead character. It sounds kind of strange, especially in a setting like Tokyo. And it sounds kind of strange from time to time. And and the characters, especially like his partner, like the ideas of these characters are good, but I just don't think the acting for these characters, especially from the villains and all that, I didn't think they were that great because this movie basically gives us completely different set of characters. So the characters we liked in the first two movies and even future movies are really nowhere to be seen in this movie. And so it was kind of a shame that they gave us characters that I just couldn't connect with, and it just didn't work for me. I just thought the acting wasn't that great, and I thought the characters weren't that great either aside from Han. And it's a shame because the Fast and Furious franchise gives us a lot of great characters, but sadly, aside from Han, Tokyo Drift just doesn't really have a lot of great characters to be seen from. Maybe Bow Wow is the second best performance. I liked his dynamic with Lucas Black, but overall, I thought outside that the character development and the acting were kind of weak in this movie. I also thought the villains were also just kind of weak in this movie, and they weren't that memorable. It's really just the fact that the villain is tied to the main protagonist just because he was hitting on his girlfriend, and it's just more like all this happening just because of a girl, and it didn't seem that compelling to me. It really just continues to add to the whole issue I had with the earlier movies where I didn't think the villains were that great, and sadly that does continue in the next movie, which I will talk about, but it's just, yeah, the villains aren't that great, and they're not that compelling to me. It's kind of the whole thing where I kind of knew from the start, it's like, well, obviously, Lucas Black is going to win, but I couldn't care for the villain, his motivations, aside from he just wants to, like, beat this guy for hitting on his girl. It just doesn't work for me. And the story was also not that great. The ideas were good. It had good story ideas, especially as they moved to Japan, which is a new setting for the movies. But they didn't really do too many interesting things with it. Besides, like, oh, you see the school setting, you see like all the street stuff there. It's just story wise, it didn't really do anything there was no plot twist. There wasn't anything exciting or jaw dropping in the movie, and it came off as just weak to me. And it's a movie where I feel like this has easily one of the weakest stories in the franchise to date. So yeah. In the end, Tokyo Drift is easily my least favorite of the series. It doesn't have a great story, the characters are weak, and aside from great directing, the character of Han, and so as the car sequences, I just don't really have much about the movie that I like. It's just easily my least favorite movie in the series, and it's probably one that I will probably not rewatch anytime soon. So in the end, I'm going to give The Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift a C minus. And you should only watch this if you're a fan of the series. If you're a fan of the series, yeah, go ahead and give yourself a watch. There's going to be some Fast and Furious elements I think fans would enjoy. If not, I don't necessarily recommend this movie if you're not a fan of the series. So that is my take on Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift. What did you think about this movie? Let me know down below in the comments section. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the movie, whether you liked it or not. Aside from that, I think you should expect a review for Fast and Furious soon. I don't know exactly when that will happen, but stick around for that because tomorrow I might post a review for Black Widow, which I am so excited to see. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope you give this video a like, comment down below, and subscribe for more.